Alright, so I just finished replacing all the transistors. Every transistor in this 535 was on the top 10 bad transistors list. So that was all but maybe 2 were on there. So just trying to figure out the best way to remove this dial glass without making an absolute mess or, you know, injuring myself. So let's see. That's just asking to have some glass fly up in my face. Oh, that's 2 pieces. I didn't know that. Okay, anyway. I may just have to just kind of knock this out into the trash. Because I don't want to... Interesting, alright. Maybe score this with a razor blade. And then the question is, what kind of adhesive do I use for this? Gosh, I really wish they would have just packaged this properly. Would have made everything much easier. Starting to come out. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, this is probably going to take a minute to get this thing out of here. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll just kind of tell you what I did, but I'm just going to slowly kind of try to work it out of here. I may just have to, again, may just have to pop it out into the trash. Okay, so I'll come back, let you know what I did here. And I'll figure out how to put the new piece of glass in there. Alright, so that was more difficult than I thought it would be. So, easier to work with this plastic piece popped out of there, which it kind of came out on its own. But much easier to work on it with this out. I had to use a combination of just a little bit of heat. My fear was that I would somehow warp this piece of plastic here. And I just had to get, oh, there's a piece of glass right there. I had to get the knife between the glass to break the adhesive seal and peel it off that way. So I need to clean this up now, make sure I get all the remaining glue and glass out of here carefully. And then once I get this cleaned up, I'm going to grab the glass. The glass is in the house, and I'll kind of unbox that. I bought it from a seller on eBay who I think they make small batches of replacement glass with stenciling on it. And then so when they sell out, sometimes it takes them, you know, a couple of months to put some new ones out there. Thinking about, I want to see how this one went, how this one looked, because on my 939, I need to replace the glass on that as well. So, all right, so let me get a razor blade, some alcohol, see if I can clean this glue up, get that piece of glass, fit it in there. I'm just going to use some contact cement, I think, is what I'll probably use here. Because this stuff is, it's not real hard, it's kind of flexible, so it feels to me like it's some kind of contact cement, I don't know. But anyway, all I'm going to do is clean this up, maybe some alcohol or some acetone or something, I'll cut that. And then when I come back, I'll have the new piece of glass out here, and we'll fit it and then glue it and let it sit. And work on the cabinet, then button this thing up. Okay, as discussed, Fam's home today, so lots of interruptions. So, our UPS drivers, our trucks, just their boxes always come out just disgustingly dirty. I mean, there's like dirt caked on this thing. Not sure what that's about, but every box. sure did a good job packaging this. So outer box with padding, and then tube with more padding, and I'll be careful with this. I think this was, what did I pay for this? I think with tax it was like around 50 bucks, maybe a little bit more, 55. I mean with tax, it was free shipping, but my garage is an absolute mess. I've got so much going on in here. Oh, sweet. Man, looks legit. So what I'm going to do with this is just wipe it down. A little bit of alcohol. Going to be very careful with where it's stenciled though. I don't want to get anything near the FM. Just want to get this back side where it's going to be glued. Free of, there's not really like a, there's kind of like a, not a film, but maybe just some dust on here. I guess I did the wrong side, didn't I? So again, I don't want to get any alcohol near that stenciling because that's why so many of these have that stenciling worn off. People use Windex or something and it'll take it right off of there. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is glue this into position here first, like so. And it looks like, I mean, oops, you can't really get it out of alignment much because it just fits right into kind of where the brackets are in here. So alright, so let me get some glue. Gosh, it's like I don't want to break it because that would suck. Right, let me get some glue. I'm going to put a very thin bead of glue around here because I don't want it to, you know, when I push it down I don't want it to come off onto the glass, although if it does I think it'd be pretty easy to clean off. So real thin bead of glue around this edge. I'll use a little bit more down here on this edge. In fact, I think I need to clean some of this stuff up. So let me do that first, then I'll come back and glue everything into position, or glue everything and then put the glass in position. Alright, so got that, the glass is in, the little bezel around it is in, it's all lined up. Just applying a little bit of weight to it right now to make sure it kind of dries flat. So I'll leave this sit. Need a little bit more weight there. I'll leave this sit overnight, then I'll come back and reassemble it, put everything together once it's dry, because the reassembly is all I need to do at this point. Oh, there's one lamp I need to replace, so I'm going to very carefully move this somewhere else if I can find a spot. One thing I forgot to mention on the 535, I was talking about the indicator lamps being out. In terms of the input selection, this does not have input selector lamps. So what that means is when you're on FM or AM or whatever, it's not going to tell you FM or AM. I just finished the 636 that had that, so that's why I assumed this had it as well, but I was not correct. So let me move this out of the way, and next segment will be me working on the dial pointer lamp, because I know for sure that that is out.